Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be about speeding up the engraving process. So if you have Xtool machine F1, it can be P2, D1, it can be the Ultra, F1 Ultra, any of the machines, as long as you're using their program, the Xtool Creative program, so it's gonna work for you. So today I'm gonna demonstrate on my F1 how to engrave coasters more than twice the speed. So let's say you want to engrave this on a coaster. Usually it would take you about a minute, maybe a minute 20. We can take it down to about 20 seconds, maybe 25 seconds. We'll see that. So let's go. So the first thing that you want to do, if you're doing a lot of coasters, like for example me, for our little shop, you want to create a jig. So you have this one, so you just put that in a corner, so the coaster goes in. Yeah, these are round, so it doesn't matter how you put it, so it's just super fast. To create a jig, and so you have every time the same positioning, what you do is, show you quickly. So we're gonna create a circle. You can draw it however you want, doesn't matter. On the right side here, because the coasters that we have are 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters, or is a 10 centimeter circle. So we're gonna do 100 millimeters, and then the other one is gonna be 100. It's gonna be 100 as well. Right, press enter. Oh, I see. Okay, so another thing is, if you want to actually do that, you need to click this. This basically opens it, so you can size it however you want. Usually it's locked, so if you do one side, it kind of equals the other side, so it doesn't do what you want exactly. But so just unclick this, so it looks like this. That means it's open to customize. So let's do 100 again, and then 100 again. Press enter, and we have a perfect circle. Now we can close it again, so it doesn't matter how much, you know, you can go up and down like this. Yeah, if you open it like this is what happens. So you can create crazy things. Right, let me just put it back again. 100. Right, so we go perfect circle. I'll close it. Then the location of this particular jig, I have it written here. So it's 217 187. So you're gonna type that in here. So we're gonna do 2.17, and then we're gonna go to this one, and we're gonna do 187. Yeah, so that gives you the location in there. I'm just gonna press output. So then you can basically put whatever you want in it, and you can scale it up and down. As long as you don't go over the lines, it's just gonna be perfect right there. And I'm gonna prove it to you. So let's say I want to do as big as possible. If you want to align it, select both in the same time, go onto the right, click this icon, align, and then do horizontal align center. What is it going to do? It's going to put it in the center. You can also do the same thing to put it actually in the right center, but it wouldn't work with this one because these are too big, so the sign would probably go here. So then we would have the letters coming out, so we don't want it for this one. But if you have, for example, a round logo or something small in the middle, you can also select vertical align center, so that's gonna put it right in the center. But we only want it so it's the same distance from each side, so that's what we do for now. Okay, so the circle, we don't want the machine to engrave the circle, so we are selecting output, so that means it's gonna ignore it. Then we click on our sign, and we already have preset settings for the cork, which I tested many times. So 100% speed. It can be 90 also, it can be whatever, but this is the best that worked for us. So we have 100% power, 1000 speed, and then 1 pass, and centimeters is also 100. Yeah, this is the engraving mode. So we're gonna engrave this right now, and I'm gonna let me frame it for you so you know exactly what I mean. So when you frame it, you will see, yeah, it's right in the middle. Okay, so we're gonna go to processing, and then we're gonna press start, and then we go to our machine and click to start. So you can see the machine's going left and right. This is what 90% I think of people doing when they using this software. So you can see at the moment it's showing us 33 seconds, and let's see if we can take it down. Also, I'm going to show you a tip how to make your engraving a little bit darker. So when you're engraving on cork, or if it's on maybe, let's say, wood, like we have wood here, I will show you how to make it a little bit darker. Right, so we have it here. Yeah, this is the number 1. I'm gonna put number 1 here, and it took us 34 seconds. 34 seconds. Okay, right. So what you want to do is we're going to do the same thing. We're not going to change any of the settings. The speed is going to be the same. You will click anywhere but on the engraving thing. You will just click next to it, so you get to this thingy. As you can see, it says auto planning, which basically say the XCS automatically plans the processing path, blah blah blah, on an intelligent algorithm. Yeah, what you want to do is actually click on the user defining, and then you want to click on the smart. This is important, so just click on the smart, and we're gonna run it again. Yeah, I'm not changing any settings or anything. I'm just gonna do this. So we're gonna press start again. We're gonna put a new coaster in there, put it in place, and click start. So you can see right now the machine is engraving 1 by 1. It doesn't go left and right, so it doesn't have to travel from one side to other. It basically does 1 by 1 in the fastest possible way. So it's done. So this is, wow, could you see that was so much quicker? The engraving result is exactly the same. There is no difference in the quality of the engraving. So that's number 2, and let's say it took us 17 seconds. 17 seconds. This is exactly half of the speed. Yeah, so from 34 to 17. So imagine you're doing so many like we do. Yeah, it can be on a things like, for example, if you're doing a wooden coasters, let's say, I will show you something. Because the cork is quite quick, because you're using speeds of 1000. But let's say you want to engrave something like this on a wood, or you got a lot of details on it and things like this. So these usually take about 5 minutes. So when you are using things like this, it takes a couple of minutes of each engraving. So it can save you a lot of time. So with these ones, we are saving 17 seconds essentially, but it will save you half of the time. So let's say if you're doing it 5 hours, it's going to take you 2.5 hours. So if that makes sense. So now I'm going to show you quickly how to make the engraving a little bit darker. So what we're going to do is we're going to put it back, and as you can see, 2 dots. Yeah, we're gonna put them together. I don't know if you can see it from the camera. Now it's together. Yeah, the 2 dots are together. This is what you're meant to do, so the laser is sharp point. But with the engraving, what you want to do is to disalign them a little bit, so the laser goes like that. So basically it will burn on 2 places in the same time, or the laser beam is going to be a little bit thicker, so it's gonna give you a different effect. So we're gonna try it right now. So I'm gonna disalign it a little bit. Yeah. So what I do is I press the wheel to the right, so it goes up. So the two dots go apart a little bit. And we're gonna run the same settings, exactly the same thing. It's not gonna change the time. It's not gonna change any of the design. But let's see if we can get it a little bit darker this time. Okay. There we go. So as you can see, this is a lot darker than this one. So what we did is we misaligned the laser beams to get this effect. Yeah. So if you want to do that, because we found with our customers that a lot of people, they like the darker engraving. So we did many tests. As you can see, this is the city that we are in. We are in the UK. Our shop is in the UK. So this is Scarborough. This is our city. So a lot of people buying these simple to make little magnets. You can just buy the whole, you know, the whole thing in your local store, and then just cut them down the size. You can sand it a little bit and just put a magnet. We buy these by thousand. They cost 1p or 1 cent. So we did many tests, and this is what usually you get if you are using the wood settings. But with the method that I just showed you, you will be getting results like this, for example. Yeah, like this. And this is what people want. This is what people want. This one's gonna probably stay here for a long time unless I just run it again over it. But this is what people want. So that's a little tip for you. So right now I'm gonna show you another coaster we're gonna do. Let's say you have a lot of letters here. So we're gonna select the whole thing. We're gonna click cork. I don't know if you can see it. Cork setting and smart. Yeah. So we're gonna engrave. No, let's 1 second. Sorry. We're gonna select the auto planning. We're gonna select the auto planning. So we're gonna select the auto planning. This is what's there for everybody already preset. So not many. It took us a long time to figure this out. I didn't see any videos. I saw somebody mentioning it on Facebook page that you better do this after we actually figure it out, but maybe for people who doesn't know, this will save you a lot of time. So we're gonna engrave it as is preset by the machine, which basically saying do it like this and you're gonna have amazing results, because it's a smart algorithm that runs it and makes it as fast as possible. But we found it's not true, didn't we? Right, so let's start. And now I think you're gonna see what the real difference is between doing it the smart way and the auto planning way, because one of these coasters maybe takes 17 seconds or 34 seconds, but when you're doing coasters with pictures in it, or you're doing with a lot of letters, this is what makes a big difference. And also another thing I wanted to say, it also depends which font you are using for your engraving. So we found this font, and it is Bradley Hand ITC. This is the font that engraves the darkest. So I don't know exactly how my girlfriend did it, but she basically put it 3 times, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 3 times. So she put the same thing 3 times together, and then she grouped it together. So we would basically go copy and paste, and then you would go like this to make it, basically to make it thicker, if that makes sense. You would go like this, and then you will repeat it again to get something like this. And this is what's gonna give you the best, darkest settings. As you can see, this is the same font, and you can see how dark it is. Yeah, With these letters, if you're doing this font, you don't actually have to disalign the laser, because as you can see, it will give you some spots in the cork. Yeah, so you don't want that. So basically I'm gonna run it again, and I'm gonna align it the correct way. Right, I'm just gonna press twice. So we're doing the same settings, we're not changing any settings, but you will see that it's gonna, you see it's a little bit burnt, because this is the font that it's engraving really dark. I think it has something to do with that, because when you put several words together, it's actually engraving it, each of them, I guess it's engraving, that's why it's burning a little bit. So it's definitely a good tip if you want a little bit darker engraving. This took us some time also to realize that, so definitely. Right, so let's go back to what we're doing. So we're doing auto planning. We're doing auto planning. And as you can see, wow, it's not as dark. Right, my bad. So what we're gonna do, what we want to do actually, to misalign it a little bit, not too much. So we're gonna misalign it just a tiny bit. Yeah, and we're gonna go to process, because I also want to stop the time, how long it's gonna take to do this. And then we're gonna do another one with the smart way of actually saving time, because I didn't measure the time on these ones. Right, so we can put these on its place. And by the way guys, you can buy these on Amazon. I think they cost about 20, we paid 22 cents, 23p in the UK. Maybe you can get them cheaper in the States or other country, or you can buy them on AliExpress or Alibaba if you're buying maybe 1,000. We only bought 100. Well, this is actually 300, but we bought 100 first just to figure out the, you know, if this is the correct thickness and the size, and if it's going to be okay. So you pay 23 cents and we sell them for £3, and they sell really well. So all you got to do is just to go on the internet and find some funny words, maybe change it a little bit, put some pictures. That's what we did. Spend a couple of hours on it, and yeah, you make it yours. Right, so yeah, so we misaligned it a little bit, and this is the font that is engraving the best. Yeah, it's this one. You can see it's darker than the other fonts. This is too burned because that was misaligned too much, but with a little misaligned, it comes out perfect. So, and it took us 41 seconds. Okay, now we're gonna do a smart way. As you can see, smart way, and we're gonna run it again. Press start, and let's put another coaster. Okay, and we're gonna click on start. Okay, so it took us 41 seconds. 41 seconds. Okay. And by the way guys, if you have one of these filters, it does not work inside, honestly. When it's brand new, it's fine, but if you're using the laser for maybe a little business, or if you're engraving more things, it is definitely not something that you want to run the hose. So at the moment we have the hose going there, we have a filter as well. It's going to go out of the door, outside on the street, but it's definitely not something that you want to just run inside the house without not actually running it outside the window, just to let you know. Right, yes, sorry, when it's new it's fine, but we actually bought a new filter, the whole thing, we've replaced the whole thing. The problem is the dirt is in this hose, basically between the machine. That's where the dirt is, between the machine and the filter. And also you get a lot of junk obviously here. We clean this every second day, I guess. I think I cleaned it yesterday already, done like this. But yeah, because we're doing a lot of coasters, but definitely not recommended for indoor use, unless you're doing light engraving. Right, so 41 seconds. It's a bit burn here, so we're gonna do the misaligning a little bit less. Took us 34 seconds. Okay, so that's about, there you go, 7 seconds left, less. Yeah, so you saved us some time. So sometimes we save half, sometimes we save 10 seconds, but that's just because we have a lot of letters here. So yeah, that's what it does. So thank you for watching. If you learned something, you're welcome to subscribe. This is a new channel, so we're going to be posting similar videos like this. We do engraving on a lot of different things. As you can see, we have bigger signs as well. We do little magnets. We are customizing pens for customers as they wait in the shop as well. So I'll be making videos on this. So we sell these, buy these on Alibaba, very cheap. They cost like 10 pence, and then here we can sell them for £4. With engraving, takes about 30 seconds to engrave. So yeah, we'll be posting videos like this just to give tips and help people in the same situation. And yeah, hopefully you like what we do, and subscribe or like the comment, maybe share with friends. All right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.